Why are you reading a book on giant spiders? You know I hate those things.
Spiders?
Yeah, Huntsman.
Huntsman. This is Tom Chamberlain's book on 175 years of huntsmen.
I don't care how old they are. If they got 8 legs, I don't want to see them, you dummy.
Well, when we die, let's just hope the creator doesn't have 8 legs. So I'll tell you what, you and your 8 legs,
Yeah.
and Bruce out there,
What is Bruce doing here?
I don't know, but aside from him, all of you, might as well come on in. So anyway, brilliant book here, Tom Chamberlain's Huntsman book. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I have to get it.
Unbelievable. You can leave with this tonight. Look how heavy this is. Yeah, look at that.
Well, it's a hefty one,
Yeah, isn't it? It's a hefty one, yeah.
Take a look through that,
Speaking of, that reminds me of that girl I knew in Philadelphia. But I'll revert to that joke later.
Okay.
And the show.
All right.
All right. So, Monsieur Le Cavalcanti, Cavalcanti,
Yeah.
swing for me, shoot.
Today,
swing.
yes, today we have a great episode, and one I'm looking forward to a lot. We are going to delve into the history of Savile Row, a place in Mayfair that I really want to visit, and hopefully we'll visit soon. And the epicenter of fine bespoke tailoring. So make sure you stick around as we delve more into the history of Savile Row and talk about the legacy of the houses that exist there, some of them still to this day. And we also have a correlating career topic. We're going to talk about building your professional legacy. Yes.
A bad English comedy.
A bad English comedy.
A bad English comedy. So said Giorgio Armani circa 2005, 2006 about Savile Row.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because he sucks. And the thing about it is, you won't find Huntsman, you won't find Edward Sexton, Henry Poole, Dejan Skinner. You will not find them at an outlet mall.
True.
So Giorgio Armani, you can pound it sideways. Unbelievable. Yeah.
It is a shame. You know, a lot of those brands that make a store in an outlet mall, some of those higher end brands, or I guess brand name brands, you know, the outlet store clothing is oftentimes not the same quality as
No, it's made for the outlets.
It's made for the outlet. Yeah.
Didn't used to be the case, but it's actually made for the outlets.
It is very tragic that is the case because it's kind of deceiving. You know, but what's not deceiving is what they make on Savile Row.
No, it's not.
So where is Savile Row? Where is it?
What?
Where can we find it?
Who said what to who?
Where can we find the Savile Row?
In Mayfair, London.
In Mayfair, London.
Yes.
Okay. And it's a pretty historic place, right?
The Golden Mile.
The Golden Mile.
The Golden Mile of tailoring. Do you know that from what I understand is they started off with 44 tailors and they were all down to 19 at one time, I think as recently as the early 2000s, but they're back up. And I'm totally wrong about these numbers, chaps, and people that are familiar or educated in this subject will be able to correct me, but it's made its resurgence. However, the problem with the resurgence is
What's that?
you have a lot of fast fashion places that have come in there and perhaps spiked leases and the local rent costs and
gone up.
Yeah, and like Abercrombie and Fitch. Came in there, and I think they're gone. Are they gone?
They don't belong there, that's for sure.
They don't belong there. No, yeah, and a few other places like that.
It is a shame when a historical place like Savile Row can start to lose its soul through changes of time. And I feel like it doesn't need to be that way as long as we still respect the craft and we still pursue our ideal tailoring, that it should still be able to persist in today's world, even with all the changes around us, because there really isn't a replacement for bespoke tailoring. And Savile Row has been around for a while.
Oh yeah.
I have here that it was developed in the 1730s as part of the Burlington estate, and actually the word Savile Row comes from Lady Dorothy
Boyle.
Lady
Yeah. Savile.
Dorothy Boyle Savile.
Yes. These are two names that I have a personal connection to and a disdain for, the name Dorothy and the name Boyle. But that's a different episode for a different time.
I'm from Kansas, so Dorothy's a hero.
Actually, well, I guess so. And I don't have a disdain for so much the name Dorothy, but the name Boyle, it really just, oh my God. That's a personal thing, though.
I think I knew
nothing to do with this episode or anything. And anyone watching, they will not care.
They won't care.
They won't care.
I think I knew a Boyle, actually. A Boyle. I knew a Boyle in the Army.
Well, oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember much about him.
Did you get along with him? All right.
I remember now.
All right, yeah. I know a couple of Boyles.
No.
Not to mention, I'm not speaking about the one I got in the golden days of yesteryear when I had to go to the free clinic after visiting that girl in Philadelphia.
Oh, no.
I'm referring to extended family members. Yeah. Irish.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure of the derivation of the name, the history of it.
Well, Boyle to Boyle.
Oh,
a lot
see.
of people took off the O when they came to North America, so they wouldn't have to get that anti-Irish persecution.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah. But back to Savile Row, what was the first major house of tailoring there?
I believe it was Henry Poole, but I could be
I think
wrong
you're right,
about
yeah.
that. Henry Poole, yeah.
Henry Poole and Company, I think I look at notes here about 1806. So they've been there for a long time. Henry Poole and Company is still there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing very well,
Doing very well.
strong and resilient. Yeah, and the thing about Henry Poole is what I would say from what I'll be honest, I have never visited any of these tailors. And that is going to happen.
Yes.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen with you.
That'd be
and our
great, actually, yeah.
enchanting damsels, of course. We need them.
We should take our audience to Savile Row with us.
We should take them, indeed, yeah. So we will, that would be a fantastic.
That would be a great show.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah, I think.
Instead of talking about it, we'll show you.
Aside from Raphael and Kirby, I think you and I and our audience, we could actually do a show that actually has some legitimate comedy in it.
Comedy?
Well, this is, this shows a lot of things, but there's a comedy aspect. Whether it's funny or not is a different story, but there's a comedy / tragedy aspect. But what was the question about Henry Poole?
Oh, Henry Poole, one of the first places established there.
Yeah, what I like about Henry Poole is the fact that you had, I think it was a creative director there that actually said about 10, 15 years ago that we do not sell ready to wear like some other houses, and he was pretty stern about it in the way that he spoke on it, and we never will. And I appreciated that. However, I have purchased ready to wear from other Savile Row historical companies. Yeah.
Yeah, it does make it harder when you're not physically there. You don't live in that city.
Yeah.
In fact, I do wonder now, if you planned ahead of time, you had a sufficiently long vacation, could you go through all the fittings, or would that
2 or 3 fittings, perhaps? Yeah, and I would actually plan that around perhaps a European vacation. However, I am in a minority from what I understand. I do not consider the islands to be European or Europe.
Yeah,
I consider that to be the British Islands and Ireland, yes.
And they are, I think, now officially separate from the European Union, so I guess they really are.
Officially, yeah, but you do have a lot of Brits, from what I understand, that would like to still be part of Europe. We won't get into that specifically.
That
but
could be a controversial topic.
Yes, it can. But to me, British are British, and Irish are Irish, and Scots and Welsh are their own, and that's how they should be looked at. And the Channel Islands, and there's a couple of Channel Islands I'd love to live in, but yeah.
I actually had an opportunity to transfer to Dublin, Ireland, but I don't think I'd fit in there.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. I'm not Irish, or no background of mine is Irish.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd have to be Irish. You're a jolly sort of fella.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And this chap, he can put him away.
I can put him away. That's true.
He can put him away.
And I'm not
and
too
he does. And
selective.
believe it or not, he's a family man, but he still likes to fight. So there we go. Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a long time.
Has it really?
since I've been in a a
all
long
right,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, very long time. Too much to lose now.
You're supposed to be my bodyguard. Isn't that how it is though? Yeah. Too much to lose.
Too much to lose.
Too much to lose.
When you're young, you're
Over
invincible.
nothing. Yeah, and exactly. And believe it, at 230 pounds,
somewhere around there,
give or take, maybe more, you could actually kill someone easy, right?
Well, I do have training.
Yeah, you have training.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think it would hopefully would never ever come to that.
No, never. I probably she brought that up. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. So
maybe I'll beep out the K word.
The K word. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if is that a censored word.
Who knows?
Who knows these days?
Who knows? The loony lefties that run YouTube.
Yeah, you gotta use it when you're talking about the news, I assume.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But we're talking about history. So Savile Row is Henry Poole is often called the founder of Savile Row. Mm-hmm. And one of the early prominent customers that they had was Napoleon III, right?
The third, yeah. And you'll find these videos online on the tube views that'll talk about Napoleon was a customer. Well, how could he possibly be if you know the timeline of basic history? So it was Napoleon III.
Yeah, so it wasn't this Napoleon.
No. Yeah, exactly.
It was the third.
I will say it wasn't the cool Napoleon.
Not the cool one.
It was the third.
The third, yeah. Mm-hmm. I actually don't know much about Napoleon III.
Oh, people go, maybe Napoleon. Oh yeah, I like I always try to recommend the brilliant. That Napoleon movie, and we can rehash this old stuff because not everyone watches every single episode that we do here in season. And we're in season 2 now.
Season 2 now.
Yeah, but Jeremy Paxton and Dr. Andrew Roberts did a brilliant. And Count Adam Zamoyski, another count, Monsieur le Count, Polish Count Adam Zamoyski, did a brilliant debate on Napoleon. Was he great or not?
Oh, interesting.
And it's excellent. And I learned a lot about Napoleon. And Dr. Andrew Roberts is the predominant expert on Napoleon, yeah.
Okay, that sounds fascinating. Actually.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because Paxton tried to say, well, Napoleon was a short ass, and Dr. Andrew Roberts says, no, he was not. That is incorrect. He was the same height as me, 5'6".
Well, I think that was probably a more typical height at that time, right?
This wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
They're not contemporaries of ours, but that wasn't really that long ago.
I know, but I feel like I've read somewhere that like even a few hundred years ago, the average height was, it wasn't like 6 foot like
exactly.
it is today.
Like even in the American Civil
even
War.
However,
the thing about it is they also said it was a possibility that the English hated him so much that they tried to make him look diminutive. But they would only have done that if he was slightly shorter anyway to begin with. But yeah.
Exaggerate the difference.
Yeah, exaggerate, yeah.
And one of the first products, one of the products that Henry Poole was first to coin was actually the dinner jacket.
The dinner jacket and the dinner suit. Yes. And the term tuxedo is a North American term.
I've always wondered
from
about
New
that.
York City.
Okay.
I don't want to say it was Tuxedo Park, Tuxedo Avenue or whatever, but it's an American. But it means the same thing.
It does. Tuxedo is, what language is that?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What language is tuxedo? So it means dinner jacket, basically.
Yeah. I don't think it translates directly. I just think they came, the North Americans had a different name for it. And I say North Americans. There's a lot of reasons that I use the term North American. I consider myself a North American instead of just a regular American. Traditional North American,
Yeah.
Traditional values, but yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So let's fast forward a little bit to the Victorian era. That was when Savile Row was the destination for gentlemen's tailoring. And this is when the bespoke process was born. And just for our audience who may not be familiar, what does bespoke mean?
Spoken for.
Spoken for. Okay.
However, I think the language from that society that was set up in the 2000s might have a different specific designation to that question. But from what I understood, it was you had a garment that was spoken for. You picked your individual garment, and it was your garment was tailored for your exact measurements.
So do they take you and like measure you before they even start cutting the fabric?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So sometimes it can be as many as 30 to 40 measurements, specific measurements. You know, if your shoulders are out of whack, you walk with a predominant leg or something, you know, or another leg's too short, one of your arms is longer, that kind of stuff. But it's very particular, and a lot of these tailors will actually cut your garment because they'll say, well, this is this gentleman's specific weight, and I can tell at his age, his weight might fluctuate or it might go up. So they're going to cut that garment, hopefully, around what they think you may weigh if you keep on the path that you're going. If you like 5 English breakfasts like I do, they will cut it very loose, and and you go from there.
They'd have difficulty cutting some of the Americans.
Well, no, I'll tell you though, I assume, I do not know this, that the majority of the Americans that go to Savile Row do not let themselves go, because if you care that much about your garmentry, is garmentry a word? I just made that up. I love that. It
sounds cool.
Yeah, garmentry. If you care that much about your garmentry, you're not going to be,
You care about your appearance.
Yeah, you care about your appearance to a degree. To a degree, yeah. You're a successful man. You're a successful man, and that's what I would think. And believe it or not, from what I've heard, I do not know from people that do know, is that a lot of the times they will treat their North American clients better than their English clients.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That probably depends on how well they dress when they show up, though.
Well, perhaps.
I have. I haven't been to Mayfair, but I went on a trip with some students to London, and there were some kids. I say kids, but they're really young adults. Dressed in, typical American.
Chavs?
Yeah, chavs.
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 You know what chav is?
I don't know what chav is.
It's a Burberry bruv.
A Burberry bruv?
Yeah, a Burberry bruv.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you remember speaking of places like Huntsman, Eggy or the young fellow that was in that's a chav.
That's a chav.
Yeah.
Okay.
Disjointed English, hat on backwards, shabby, off American style, street style. Yeah,
basically American street clothes.
You have your chav and you have your Essex chavettes, and you can imagine.
But they were wearing like American street clothes, and somebody like actually confronted them about their appearance.
No, really?
I think they went on a trip, like a short trip to Mayfair, and somebody actually commented on their appearance.
They're probably given a lot of that, so that's why someone said something. But
you probably want to dress nice to go to Mayfair, right?
Well, right now I'm not sure if London is London or London is Lebanon. I'm not sure.
It might depend on what part of London you're in. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it might depend on what part of London you're in.
Exactly.
Yeah, times are changing. Mm-hmm. But Savile Row is still there.
It is still there.
It is still there.
Yeah. And
they are still doing bespoke, handmade, tailored suits, which I have here can take 50 or more hours.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there is a new rule that it has to be at least over 40 hours of hand work for it to actually be qualified as...
bespoke?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and as far as their rules are concerned. Do you know who the mogster is?
The mogster?
Yeah, the mogster.
No, I don't know. Who's the mogster?
Whoa, Suddy. Yeah, the mogster. So Jacob Rees Mogg. He is an English, let's just call him an English politician. Be careful how I say it, but I am a huge admirer of the mogster. And the mogster is known for wearing classic English tailored once again, garmentry, and I'm a huge fan of his. He's hilarious, he's funny, and I guess hilarious and funny are the same thing. But he, and I agree with almost everything he says, especially lately. And he had been trolled relentlessly for his large, oversized, tailored suits. Now, he will not divulge where he gets them from. He says he gets them from a married couple that does them by hand, but I actually think he gets his suits from Anderson and Shepherd, or what was that other place?
Geeves and Hawks.
No, new and Lingwood. Is it Lingwood? Yeah, yeah, off the peg or whatever. And he purposely wears these overstyled suits. We'll have some images of them here.
They're purposely baggy.
Purposely baggy and they say, this is a theory, to make it look like they were handed down to him. So he's almost attempting to play. I wouldn't say the Boris Johnson, but the eccentric buffoon, English buffoon. You know what I mean?
We're not going to be able to advertise this in the UK.
Oh, sure we are. No, okay. No, we are. No, we really are.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and that's what they say. That's a philosophy. I don't think he does that. Yeah. You know, I just think he buys them off the peg.
I see.
Yeah,
that's actually a clever idea.
Yeah. So it's all intentional.
It's intentional. Yeah.
It's like Boris Johnson's buffoonery was. They said he would even say, "Of course, it's intentional." He says, "I know how to comb my hair," you know,
just to kind of get you off your guard. Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Very fascinating. Yeah, that is interesting. So we're gonna encourage you to get a perfectly fitted, tailored suit. However, yes. And there are several places on Savile Row that are famous, that are still there today, I believe. Henry and Poole, we just talked about. Geeves and Hawks, which is on number 1 Savile Row.
Number 1 Savile Row, yes.
Go ahead.
No.
So they dressed Nelson and Wellington, who some of our audience may know. And
gave Napoleon Bonaparte lots of problems.
That's right.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Right. Then we have Anderson and Shepherd, that was established in 1906, and they're known for the English drape, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And then,
soft shoulder, relatively unstructured.
Actually, let's talk about it now. What's the English drape is distinct style from Savile Row.
Yep.
And it's got kind of a soft shoulder. I don't know if this quite qualifies. It's kind of soft actually, but soft shoulder and a very full chest, and a natural drape.
It's funny that. That girl I knew from Philadelphia.
Wait a minute, this is like the third one now.
He didn't have a soft chest, I'll tell you. Whoa, sonny.
Soft shoulders, full chest.
Full chest.
Full
okay.
chest.
Full
yes.
chest. Yeah.
This style was championed originally by the Friedrich Schult, who dressed the Duke of Windsor. I didn't know that. I have to look. I should look up some photos of the attire of the Duke of Windsor. One of these things you start to notice when you look at learning about the different houses of tailoring is then you start to notice the patterns and styles in different, famous people you may have seen on television or in the news. Yeah. The Huntsman, founded in 1849. And then, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, is it Dej or Dej? Dej, okay.
Dej and Skinner, yes.
Dej and Skinner.
And they're military inspired, and they still do military outfits. Yeah.
I kind of like the military look, so I'm gonna have to check them out. 1865.
Yeah,
that's an old one.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, and I guess the other kind of distinct style that comes out of Savile Row is the huntsman cut or the structured cut, which has sharper shoulders and a nipped waist, very defined silhouette. Probably works really well on athletic people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
Should I imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Savile Row culture. The culture, yes.
No. Well, are we finished with the specific houses?
Oh, do we have more?
Well,
please go on.
I just want to mention, obviously, my beloved Edward Sexton.
Oh, yes. How could I leave that?
Because I do have an Edward Sexton suit and jacket collection. I'm a huge Edward Sexton fan. However, back to 1969 with the whole the Tommy Nutter thing. That's not my thing. I wasn't a fan of his. I'm not a fan of his. And even though that eventually evolved into the Edward Sexton style with your predominant rope shoulders and your wide peak lapels, it just smacks of the early 70s, and not a fan of that style. I could never be a fan of that style. However, it's carried over into a modern Edward Sexton, which I'm a huge fan of. But the whole Tommy Nutter thing, his particular proclivities, not a fan of.
I see. Sometimes it's best not to learn too much about it.
Exactly, and just obviously with that name Nutter, you just that's all you need. That's all you need to know right there.
Yeah,
you use your imagination.
This is why I try not to learn too much about people's proclivities. And honestly, people should never find out. That's like what you do, right?
Exactly, and the thing about Edward Sexton, passed away, I believe, in 2020. A lovely man too. Yeah, but Edward Sexton. I have to bring up Edward Sexton. It's something different on the row, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you probably have seen also in pop culture, I shouldn't say pop culture, but in like films and read in books, because Savile Row is such a historic place, it's been incorporated. I think it's been incorporated in the James Bond series. Is that correct, or?
Nope.
No. Oh, really? Okay.
Really quick. One more quick thing before we get back to that, and before a quick break is thing about Edward Sexton is you had Ask Oakley. What's his name? Prof. Prof was saying something about how Savile Row has not done anything new or revolutionary, and Edward Sexton might disagree with that. But Prof knows his subject, so I won't say that specifically. But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah. I was just gonna say that we were talking about the James Bond. In James Bond tie into Savile Row.
The association with Bond and Savile Row.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to Bond on Savile Row.
The Kingsman on Savile Row.
Kingsman on Savile Row
and career topics.
Yes. When we return.
Why is your tie blade always so long?
Oh, the short one?
Yeah.
I like it like that. And first of all, when I first started wearing ties, habitually, I could never tie it right, and it would always, the small blade would always be longer. And now I fallen in love with that look because it looks disjointed.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to say it looks sprezzatura because that's probably not the right term, but I like the way that it just looks a little off. Yeah, so I'll just embrace it.
It's a little off.
Because it's going to be like that anyway.
Just like my dear friend.
Yeah, well, what am I going to say? The bottle loosened up the old thinker. What am I supposed to say?
That's right.
Anyway.
Okay, so you're telling me that James Bond is not featured on Savile Row.
I could not find one reference in any of the Ian Fleming books to...
the books don't mention it.
Yes, to Bond's tailor being on Savile Row. In Dr. No, 1962, where he's asked by the CIA agent Felix, where did you get fitted for this? And he's referring to his firearm. Was it Walther or was it a Beretta? Might have been.
I don't know about that.
Because he started off with a Beretta.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, and then he got a balking and had to carry the Walther. But he said Savile Row. Sean Connery said Savile Row, but no, that's there's no reference to that. Now Anthony Sinclair, which was Sean Connery's tailor, was not on Savile Row. I think he is adjacent to Savile Row, and I believe he was on Conduit Street.
Okay.
And it's hence the conduit cunt. Hence the conduit cut of conduit cut of Sean Connery's suit. Yeah.
The conduit cut. The conduit cut.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, we're talking about British style here, so
that's right.
How could that not slip out?
I don't know.
But that's what I understand, that Anthony Sinclair was on Conduit Street at the time, the original Anthony Sinclair, not the reimagined Anthony Sinclair by Mason and Sons, which is brilliant, by the way. But
So this is interesting because this kind of ties into another thing I've noticed is that a lot of really fine brands out of London, they're not on Savile Row. Obviously some of the best ones are.
Yeah.
But just around the corner is Jermyn Street.
German Street.
German Street, sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm pronouncing it wrong. German Street, which has some, I believe that's where Turnbull and Astor is, right?
Yes.
Turnbull and Astor is there. Florist London, one of my favorite.
I think G.O.F. Trumpeter is there. Are they there?
They might be, yeah.
They might be there, yeah.
Yeah, so there's, if you're making the trip all the way out to see Savile Row, don't stop there.
No,
Turn the corner and go to German Street and Conduit and explore the area, because there is still a lot of fine crafted products in the area.
Yes.
Yeah. How about the Kingsman films? Or did they? I actually haven't seen one in a while. I'm trying to remember if they had any.
I wasn't a huge fan of those films.
Yeah,
I like the idea because I'm a very selfish person, and when I say selfish, I don't mean like I'm personally like selfish with my whatevers. I am selfish that I believe, and this is, I make enemies when I talk about this stuff, that some knowledge should not be available to the masses, because I don't believe the general public is deserving of such intelligences. So when
some people will take it and just go wild with their imagination.
Well, the thing about it, the thing about it is that in that first movie, if I remember well, that what it was basically doing was introducing Savile Row basic gentleman style to every American style chaff.
Yeah.
That, if you could even use that designation, this is how you dress if you're a proper gentleman. And I didn't like that. And it's not that I don't believe that the general public isn't deserving. They're not appreciative. They're not appreciative. And if they're not appreciative, why bother sharing it?
Yeah, it's very true. I like, for one thing, I'm a huge fan of a niche product in today's world, fountain pens. And if you give me a fine gold nib fountain pen, I will terribly appreciate it, to the point where it'll be one of my most treasured products. I love the way they feel. A lot of people don't even know how to use a fountain pen, and if you give them a gold nib fountain pen, they probably just bend the tines the first time. They press down really hard with their improper pen hold. So there's certain things you just don't give people because they just can't appreciate it. And not everybody appreciates everything. People have different things that they are really into.
Yeah.
And here on this channel, we're into sartorialism, and we definitely appreciate it. And we're hoping that we're helping you appreciate it as well, because there is a craft, there is an art, and it's worth protecting. And speaking of protecting, Savile Row has been under threat lately. Not all good things last forever. As you mentioned earlier, Abercrombie and Finch, or Fitch, I don't know how to pronounce that actually either. As you can tell, I don't shop there. Fitch, okay. Yeah. They set up a store right in Savile Row in 2005. We'll have to look and see if it's still there. Hopefully it's not.
I think it's not, but okay. I'm not positive on that. Yeah.
And there has been a lot of issues with the rising costs. And if people don't appreciate the art and aren't willing to pay for the bespoke tailoring, then there's a real risk that the art could die away.
No, and the thing is that I worry about a lot of these historic houses selling ready to wear, even though I've taken advantage of it. Like Richard James, who I had a beautiful Richard James suit that I rehomed. I've told the story before, and it was a beautiful mid-blue. I ended up rehoming it, not because it didn't fit, because the fit was phenomenal right off the peg, but that's when I was graduating and rehoming some of the suits that I had with just your standard peak lapels. And not peak lapels, I mean, notch lapels. Yeah, notch lapels. But it was, and I still kind of wish I had it, because it'd be beautiful to wear on the show. And it's places like Richard James, and I remember there was a gentleman. When I say gentleman, a real gentleman, a true gentleman, not as an American would call it, just a regular gentleman. A gentleman walks into Richard James after he opened and says to him, because Richard James was a new addition to Savile Row, and he said, "Oh, clothes for Rolex wearers." And walked out. Yeah. And Richard James himself tells this story, and their garments are beautiful, but I remember the suit that I had. It was made in, I believe, Mauritius. But it was perfect. you know. But yeah, so I believe that some of this ready-to-wear stuff that a lot of these, these houses are doing might have a lot to do with that as well. But you know, they have to keep up. They have to remain solvent. So to remain solvent, you have to move product.
Yep.
But yeah,
it's true. And there's a huge push for cheaper garments made overseas and imported. And the reason that they're cheaper is because they're made with poor, quality control, poor environmental controls, safety controls, and basically slave wages.
Well, the thing about that is I'm funny about that because every time I hear about third world country and, you know, basically
the sweatshops
with people, children pining away, as opposed to what else they would be doing if they were not working there in these countries.
That's true.
You know, Westerners have a funny way of looking at that kind of stuff, you know, because
a lot of them would be starving to death if it weren't for that.
Yeah, exactly. And they would be forced into some real vile, let's use our imagination sort of ways to support themselves. So I'm not a fan of the sweatshop, but what do? You want these people to have labor, and they live in an environment or a society where certain Western outlooks are just not even recognized.
Yeah.
You know, us as Westerners, we have it so good, you know. So, but yeah, I'm funny about this.
That's an interesting
third world
perspective.
labor. Yeah, third world labor accusation.
That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that, but that is a good point. I do like the idea though of really well-paid craftsmen making really fine garments, and because they care so much about it.
Oh, I agree. And let me just point out that Mauritius has a huge textile industry, and they're very good at it. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, from what I understand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, someone might be curious how much a bespoke suit costs. What do you think that goes for these days?
Well, I can understand it can be anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. Yeah.
So if you're going to go to Savile Row and get a bespoke suit, make sure you've saved up a bit. It could cost a pretty penny.
Yeah, it could cost a pretty penny, but you'll have it for the rest of your life.
That's true. This is like a generational garment. And,
but don't be a schmuck and take it to someone like our drunken tailor, Sunny Yellow, and then next thing you know, back on the...
You've been scaring me about our drunken tailor.
Exactly. I still haven't picked up my trousers from him.
No.
And it just because I just don't want to drive up there and have to be disappointed again. But yeah, that's all right. It's all right.
It's a tragedy.
He's okay. He's all right. Yeah.
This is a tragedy in the making.
Exactly.
Okay. Any more about Savile Row or the history of Savile Row?
No, I think I covered the majority of,
All right, then let's talk a little bit about building your professional legacy. The reason that places like Savile Row are so special is because of the intentional effort by craftsmen to establish a legacy that really exudes the quality of their craft. And we can't all be tailors, although sometimes I wish I were. That might be a fun career to have, creating fine garments.
Bad on your thumbs.
Bad on your thumbs, yeah. I imagine probably susceptible to arthritis and other issues too.
Yeah. But I guess it depends on whether you're sewing or you're a cutter or you're I don't know. Master tailor does all of those though.
Master tailor, that's true, yeah. But Savile Row and places like that have existed for centuries because of the legacy that they've left behind, and we can learn from that. When we're working on our personal career, every project that you work on, every endeavor, and every initiative that you're part of, you have an opportunity to show your professionalism and to show your bespoke craftsmanship in your work. And when you do that, when you show your quality and it's consistent, it must be consistent. That's one thing else we can learn from Savile Row, is the quality isn't here and there, it's consistent. And when you're consistently showing quality in your work, you start to develop a reputation for yourself. And it may not mean much at first. It may just be people in your team or your immediate part of the org. But if you organization. Sorry, I keep using short words. Organization. Yeah, people may only be your immediate area, of influence. But if you are consistent with that, and if you're going above and beyond and showing your professionalism, then you start to grow a reputation that starts to spread. And you'll find when people ask, hey, we need something done, who can we go to? At some point, someone's gonna be like, I know the person, I know the guy. And you want that person to be you.
And in your work, you are the guy.
In my work, I try to be the guy, yes, absolutely.
But you're also the bringer of pain.
The bringer of pain?
Well, aren't you? Aren't you?
No, I don't
Those
think
people, when they look out at the, because you park on that. I guess you park out on that. It's kind of like a rooftop. It's not a garage because it's the top of the garage on the rooftop, so you can watch your car from your office. Yeah. So when the guy's out there wiping down the Bentley, when they see the Bentley show up, these people run for cover. You know, they're not standing around in the break room loitering the water machine or playing on their phones, on their mobiles, because they know the heartache's coming.
The heartache's coming.
The heartache's coming, and they can hear you lumbering up those stairs because you take the stairs, you don't take the elevator. That's the elevator. You take the elevator because you want them to hear. Yeah, well, you also want them to hear you coming. Yeah, you know.
Also need to work off the biscuits from breakfast. And
you have biscuits for breakfast?
Sometimes.
Really? Yeah. That's terrible.
Is that terrible?
Oh my God, don't have biscuits for breakfast. Something I'm going to bring up on every single episode. Chaps, have you done your 30 push-ups this morning? Have you done your 30 push-ups? Do them now. 30 push-ups a day. Graduate to 50 to 55 every single day. You can take one day off. Every single show I'm going to bring that up. 30 push-ups a day. No matter how old you are, how out of shape you are, if you do them incorrectly, that's fine. Start off 30 push-ups a day every single day. No biscuits for breakfast.
No biscuits for breakfast.
Biscuits for breakfast? Bread for breakfast?
Well, today I had a pain suisse, which was pretty good.
Oh, you had a pain suisse, yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
That's okay.
That's okay. Is that any better than a biscuit?
Because it's double plus yummy.
But
it's made the proper French way, so yeah. So the ingredients, if it's proper French flour and proper French butter, then yeah, pain suisse, yeah.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Frangipane, chocolate bits. So that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Are we going for biscuits? I'm starving now.
Oh no, I already had my fill.
Of chili chill?
I don't even, what did I eat? There was like a wide spread of food at this event at work.
Because chili will chill when you start to ill, and then you fill your wallet with another dollar bill. What? Always cool styling on the window fill when you get your fill of chili chill.
Rapping by the sartorial boardroom.
Exactly. Anyway, what were you saying?
Okay, yeah. So Savile Row tailors are specialists in their craft. They have a reputation that they've earned through consistent work. And you want to make sure that you are that person. But how do you get there? Because you won't be born that way. One, you have to make effort. You have to practice. You have to work on yourself, take feedback, and improve your craft, whatever type of work you do.
This is, forgive me.
Go ahead, yeah.
Forgive me, my dear fellow. Have you ever once, when you got off of work and you're leaving, and you're actually going down that high street that you drive on to get onto the freeway to come home, and you've seen one of your underlings? You ever want to run them down in the Bentley?
No. That's a terrible thought.
You ever thought about it?
No. That's a terrible thought.
You can hose the grill out when you get home.
Everyone that I work with is amazing. Almost.
Exactly. I heard about that. Anyway, so sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Yeah. But I have these fleeting, terrible thoughts.
Oh, yeah. I see that. Maybe too much for you today.
Red rum.
But how do you get better? One way that you can really improve your work quickly is to take up an apprenticeship with somebody who you admire, who does really great work. See if you can get them to mentor you. Get that person to provide feedback, and really see if you can convince that person to provide dedicated time to show you how he or she does the work that you admire. And then once you get to a point where you feel like you have established a level of quality that is admirable, you should start looking for your own people to mentor and to take on as apprentices. So
That's admirable.
So that way it helps solidify your own understanding of the work you do, but it also helps carry on tradition. the next.
And you learn so much by teaching.
You do. You learn a lot by teaching.
You will use the word solidify again because you solidify your own knowledge. Yeah, you really do. If I ever teach anybody anything, I can't believe I learn so many things that I left out when I learned just by teaching somebody a small little task. Yeah.
That's actually one of the best ways to really force yourself to learn something well is to volunteer and promise and commit to teach something.
Yeah.
I've done that in my work actually, where I've committed to giving a talk on a topic I wanted to learn about. And suddenly I'm now on the hook to delve deep, research, and find out all the details and anticipate all the questions.
What was the topic? Carnival safety?
No.
No?
It was a tech topic.
Vomit? Is it the wonder fuel of the future?
No.
No?
It's related to the new AI stuff, but
Magic and technology again.
Magic and technology, exactly.
Dolls in charge of mending broken hearts. All right.
Okay. But if you commit to teach or talk, that's a great way actually. If you're going to give a presentation on something, you really have to know your stuff. So that's a great way to force yourself to learn, and forcing yourself to learn is one of the keys to being successful in a professional career.
Did you do well on the talk?
Excellent. I did excellent. I ended up doing 3 of them.
Ego? Because they asked you to return, or you kind of pressured your way in? Or you said all you people work for me, you're going to listen to me?
They were interested, I think.
Oh.
The people were interested, yeah.
Are you a good public speaker, do you think?
I was not. That was actually something I worked on. I made an intentional effort to get myself out there and practice public speaking because I was not inherently a good public speaker. In fact, I was terrible. I would freeze up. I would start to choke and cough. But with practice,
you would cough.
Cough, yeah. I'd start to cough like a dry cough.
Weird noises.
It was terrible.
Make the little noise. Make the noise.
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Would you gyrate?
No, nothing terrible. No, nothing that terrible.
You don't want to make the noise?
No, I'm not going to make the noise.
They want to hear the noise.
They don't want to hear the noise. All right. But I did not. It did not come naturally to me. It was another intentional effort, practice, forcing myself to do it, get out there, and then I am now at a point where I can relatively comfortably speak in public.
It's so funny because my fear of speaking, like in front of the class when let's just say in high school, right? It like shifted in 1 year where I was terrified, and I think it was junior year, secondary school, and it like shifted where I realized like over the summer, it's right when I realized that girls liked me, so my confidence like went up immediately. Yeah,
that's actually
not the girls I liked, but enough girls. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
The mud turtles.
Oh no.
Not the hillbilly butter hogs, but the mud turtles. Whatever that is. Anyway, those are terms I used to use in high school.
Okay.
But I realized that I am up in front of a group. And people will say, well, just imagine everyone naked. That's so stupid. I said, I realized basically that I'm up in front of a large group of people that have to listen to me. And they can't do anything about it. And for the most part, without getting expelled, I can say whatever I want. But they are forced to listen to my brilliance. And once I got that in my head, because I was just a little, you can imagine what kind of, prick I was. But yeah, so it shifted, I wouldn't say overnight, but over a summer, I came back and I couldn't wait to talk. I couldn't wait to speak because you have to listen.
Yeah. And
what I'm saying is 1% bollocks, but it doesn't matter.
When you make the switch from like fear to being just a little bit confident, it's a huge change. And confidence is actually, I think, a big part to being able to deliver a message well when you're speaking publicly. Your confidence that you may have gotten from the classmates. Another way you can get confidence is by dressing well. Yeah. So make sure you are dressed well. It can help increase your confidence if you have to do any public speaking.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do a quick call to action, which is another, corporate term, but
I'm catching on to
you're
this.
Catching on, okay.
So our dear friend, Monsieur le Comte de Cavalcanti, he is a master in the corporate world. I am not. So that is the dichotomy.
The dichotomy, yeah. But you're a master in the sartorial concerns. I'm learning.
I
I'm
don't
learning from
know.
you. I think I'm
I
learning
don't
from you.
know about that. I really don't. To believe it or not, and it's probably a dreadful thing to say, but I don't care about sartorialism to the depth that I probably should. I do care. I think it's very important, but my subject matter is historical studies and social confrontations.
Social confrontations.
This party that you plan for next Sunday, there's going to be a lot of that. I can't say I warned you, because I didn't warn you.
There's going to be social confrontations?
Hell yeah.
Oh, no.
Because I see the invite list.
You gave it to me.
I know. It's all a plan. Master stratagem.
Master stratagem. Well, make sure that you follow us on Instagram. Oh my goodness, I forgot to post those photos. I will post some photos. Did you post some photos recently on Instagram?
I was supposed to. You're supposed to do the Edgar stuff.
The Edgar stuff.
Edgar's, they're upset. They even left a nice comment. Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot that. Okay.
Right.
I have the photos. I will post them.
Enemy of Edgar.
Yeah, enemy of Edgar. Okay, I'll post that. Okay. Make sure you follow us and so you can see those. They're going to be lovely photos. I took them myself. And we want to know your comments. Have you ever had a bespoke garment made for you? And how did it look? How did you feel about the process? If you've gone through the bespoke process, please comment below.
Now, would that be the same thing as a process?
Process? I don't know. Yeah, I suppose. Tell us about your experience. Put it in the comments. I want to hear about your experience and what we can expect. I'm really curious if anyone's traveled to Savile Row to get a bespoke suit made while they were there and how long the process was. Because I would be very curious about that. And if you have been working on developing a reputation at work, and you feel like you have a professional legacy already, put it down below. How will your teammates recall your work, and how you establish that reputation? I'm curious how you did that in your professional careers as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is good.
This is good.
Yeah.
Should we do what we're wearing, or should we?
We should do exactly what we're wearing. So more on what we're wearing, my silliness, and I had another little outro bit I was going to do, but I totally forgot.
All right.
All of this when we return. So,
yes,
there has been some requests, believe it or not, for Sunny Red to return.
Is that so?
Exactly.
I have to read the comments. Are they in the comments?
There's a few in the comments, and there's been some DMs, whatever those are, on Instagram, and they got a kick out of it. But it also might have been the different atmosphere too.
It was a fun atmosphere. Yeah.
It was a fun atmosphere. So. The plan is another episode with Sunny Red, minus the Sergio Tacchini tracksuit. Yeah, as long as we got that on film as a disclaimer. In a month or so. Okay.
Yeah, when the weather's a little bit nicer, maybe we'll go somewhere fun.
Yeah, I have a perfect spot planned. So Sunny Red will return.
He will return. Okay.
All right. So.
All right. What are we wearing today? How about you go ahead first?
Oh, perfect. So speaking of Savile Row, I'm wearing my beautiful, it is probably my favorite. I said that about my last suit though. My favorite suit, my Edward Sexton 2-button peak lapel. Look at these masculine Hollywood, old Hollywood shoulders, these rope shoulders. I love this suit. It's in a dark navy, and I should know what it is, but I don't know what it is, but I love it.
Material?
Yeah.
It's a nice.
Just a pattern of it,
a little subtle pattern. Very nice there.
Yeah, I love this. I love the way it fits. I love the Hollywood style trousers, and very good.
Great wide lapels too.
Oh yeah, I love the peak lapels. Shirt today, I should have wore a Turnbull and Nasser, but I did not, and which is fine because he made up for it, Mr. LeConte. And I'm wearing a Brioni, beautiful French cuff shirt.
Indeed it is,
with beautiful, my Skulltuna cufflinks on there, with the Skulltuna bracelet with a little horse there.
So
these, the cufflinks?
Yeah, this particular one, I don't think I've seen it before.
So these are their I think they're Polar, Sculptinus Polar royal wedding cufflinks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I really, really love these. And these are probably, out of all the Sculptinas, have gotten the most wear. And they're in a lovely rose gold with that beautiful dark navy on there. And I have a few Sculptuna gold bracelets. And I like this one with the little horsies on there. Yeah, okay. Timepiece today is my Blancpain Villeray Petite Seconde with Reserve de Marche and a rose gold, a constant dress piece. I love this. It's a delicate piece, and the prices on these are just skyrocketing. Unbelievable. You said the gold prices were
gold is
up.
doubled.
Yeah, but what they're asking for, because I can't even find this model anywhere, but the ones that are similar, which don't even have the same exact complication, are going for a lot. I mean a lot.
I believe it. Yeah.
I mean, crazy. So I'm going to hold on to that. Yeah.
They've also stopped making unrelated to timepieces, but I've been reading in the news that they've been getting rid of a lot of gold fountain pens, which is
Oh, really?
Which is a very sad thing for
Getting rid of them.
They're stopping to produce them.
Oh, okay.
Stopping to manufacture them.
Buy them up.
I know.
Buy them up. You got the buns to do that. You know.
I'm gonna have to send some packages to your place.
There you go. I know the trick. Yeah. We by means of stealth we buy. Tie today is a what is that? Yeah, canali. I like this tie. It's one of my favorite ties. Yeah, it's my Christmas tie, but it's not Christmas.
Oh, is it Christmas?
It's my Christmas tie. I love to wear it around Christmas. Yeah, and I love it. Pochette today, bucket square. This was a gift from my dear friend here. And look at that. Do you recall? I should have looked it up.
Is that Icarus?
Yeah. Yes, Icarus, exactly. Yeah. So Icarus, and it's a lovely gold as well. Look at that. And Rampley and Company, of course. Yeah, Icarus. Look at that. I love this. Very nice, very nice. I'm wearing a boutonniere today.
Yes, a boutonniere really stands out.
A boutonniere today and a deep burgundy, and I do not remember where I got it. I've had it for years, and it's not going to survive if I keep doing this. Anyway, so yeah, today's shoes are. These are, once again, I think I've showed them before, my Cortez buckle, and beautiful. Look at that. Yeah. Cortez, beautiful. These are, out of all these, the Cortez I have, and even the Arcas, and these, I don't believe these are actually Arcas. I forgot what these ones are called, but these are the only ones that don't hurt my feet. Yeah, I have a little bit wider feet. Not caveman like you, not Neanderthal, but I have wider feet, and most of the Cortez are not great for my feet, but I will still wear them. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think when my
fragrance,
fragrance, my perfume. This is my Clive Christian 20-year anniversary one. Yeah. It's very, very interesting. I don't. How would you describe that? I don't know.
It is interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a pleasant scent, but it's not something familiar either.
Yeah. Something. Yeah. So yeah. It almost smells like. I don't know what it smells like. Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember years ago I had a Lotus Esprit, and I remember I doused the interior of it because the person owned it before was gross, and it smelled just like that. But I don't know what I use in there. Something from Bed Bath & Beyond, I think.
Oh, no.
Anyway, all right. So what do we got? Shoot. Swing for me.
Okay.
Shoot.
Well, I guess my pocket squares all over the place here, isn't it?
That's all right.
I have a Turnbull and Astor vintage jacket.
Beautiful.
I acquired this guy, and I love the way it looks. Turnbull and Astor, as we mentioned, is not on Savile Row, but it's around the corner on German Street. And I kind of went all Turnbull and Astor for today. This is the, I believe this is Turnbull and Astor as well. Let me look at the, oh yes, Turnbull and Astor as well. A nice, very luminous kind of.
That's very interesting. Is that new?
I've had this for a little while. I've only worn it once though.
Okay.
Because I'm always, it's very colorful.
Yeah, no, the colors go brilliant with the jacket.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Their flash jacket.
The flash jacket, yes. And then a Turnbull and Astor shirt as well. And then the trousers are by Kit Blake, who I am fallen in love with because I feel like they're very
Now,
comfortable
those aren't the
trousers.
ones that you damaged, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. But, well, they just lost a button, that's all.
Well, they lost a button because not supposed to do sumo wrestling at work in your trousers.
Yes.
Your good ones, at least. Yeah.
Okay. And then these are my Alan Edmonds, Oxford and cap toe and brown. Just got these back from being resold, and I've already been walking around, so they've already been. But I like the way that they kind of develop a nice. I don't know. The leather ages well, so these just got these back from being resold. Alan Edmonds cap toe there, and then I am wearing this pocket square again because I was in a bit of a hurry, and this one was already standing out, and I think it goes well. This is by Thomas Cole, the consummation of empire, the glorious moment of an empire, which hopefully will be this year for us, the consummation of our empire.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
We're talking. Yeah.
Now we're talking. Yes. Always aspire for the consummation of empire.
Well, you do know the three
the three stages.
the three things that any leader should do. Right. The three most important things as a ruler:
What's that?
expand the territories,
Expand. Okay.
deepen the treasury, and wage war, glorious war.
Only if you win, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
And I'm not talking about what's going on in the world nowadays. I'm just talking about historically.
Historically, yes.
yeah.
That's how the great leaders were historically. Yeah. And then for my timepiece, this is the Japanese domestic market Seiko Presage.
Yeah, let me look at that. All right, because I was looking for the images on that. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
I have
one,
that saved, yeah.
Yeah, I think they have this one. Yeah, I've worn this one before. So this was a nice subtle gold tone.
Two-tone, right?
Yeah, two-tone. Yeah,
Yeah.
two-tone piece. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Good.
And my fragrance is.
Speaking of Savile Row.
Yeah, I was debating between Turnbull and Astor or German Street. And I was kind of feeling German Street. So I'm wearing the German Street fragrance by Florist London, which is on German Street, just right around the corner from Savile Row. Yeah.
Can I smell that again?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I smelled this last time. I like it.
It has a bit of a
Citrusy.
citrus, yeah. It was out of all of the ones that I tried, the ladies in my life preferred this one the most.
Ladies.
The ladies, yes.
Yes.
German Street was very popular.
It was which one didn't know that they cared for, though?
JF, which is actually my favorite.
Yeah, no, actually, I thought that was brilliant, too.
It has a more of a masculine scent.
it's a masculine. If I remember well, I got a lot of musk out of that.
Yeah, a lot of musk. But I like the way the JF.
Yeah.
I like the way I smell when I'm wearing it. Yeah. So I don't know. When you wear a scent, a fragrance, you smell it more than anyone else probably. So there's always that to be said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, good episode.
Yeah, great episode.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed.
Kind of a down tempo one from the last.
From the last one, for sure.
Boy, that last episode we put out with Sunny Red at the golf club. It would have been excellent, but there were so many editing issues, and
The lighting wasn't quite right either.
Yeah, the lighting wasn't quite right. There was all kinds of things. It was a rather unknown quantity, that entire thing, And but the next one with Sunny, I think will be good because it'll be in our own controlled environment somewhere else. Yeah, but
And I think for our very next episode, though, I want to do the how to order or how to like specify custom dress shirts.
Oh, custom dress shirts. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we can walk through the order process. Yeah.
I think that'd be a fun one.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. So make sure that you have subscribed to our channel. Don't forget to like this video. A lot of people watch it and forget to like the video. That just helps with our analytics, which we are monitoring.
Yes, and we really appreciate that more than you can say. We have a dedicated small audience, but we want to grow that audience, and these are.
They're like passion episodes. We do this because we love this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And these Monsieur LeCount and myself, these are characters that they were trying to our own character that we're trying to share with our friends that watch. And
This is the only place you can watch it.
yeah, it's the only place you can watch it.
That's right.
And I think even though there's so many channels about men's style and sartorial style and all this stuff, I think this is probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, the most original one, because it's so many different things. You know, sartorialism, career advancement, corporate structuring as far as your career advancement, silliness and humor. Yeah, because I don't know any other sartorial channels that are actually funny. And this might not be funny at all to some people, but that's the thing about it. I don't, there's not a lot of comedy, interwoven in it, and I think this is an original thing. I like to think. When we started out, there was a lot of other channels I took a lot of inspiration from, and I don't regret any of that. But we were just getting started. But now that I think that we've found our niche. We have our own individual, special, unique thing here. Yeah,
I agree. I agree. So like, subscribe, leave a comment on what you'd like to see in future upcoming episodes. Also, let us know about your thoughts on bespoke tailoring. Let us know who your favorite suit or jacket is made by, and we'll see you on the next episode. Right?
And on the next one, we shall return. And it was not a nice day today, no matter what you say.
The weather was not great.
Well, no, you
but everything that happened today made it a beautiful day.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah, it was a great day.
Yeah, fired 4 people, huh?
No, that would not make it a great day.
Okay.
No one was fired.
Believe it or not, last evening, because there was such a deluge, and it was, I slept with my curtains open because I love that,
The sound of rain?
I like that. I love it. But anyway, all right. So our dear friend here probably wasn't happy about the day either, but that's okay. All right. So anyway, I think that's all.
Yeah. We'll see you on the next one.
The next one, yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Well, I don't want to leave.
You want to? We can stay and drink some more.
No, I gotta go.
Okay.
I got a lot I gotta do.
All right.
Stop feeding off of me.